Mandela effect. Okay, I remember mirror, mirror on the wall. But I also remember seeing the thing on this when I was younger. I don't know if I was a 10-year-old kid or a 15-year-old kid, but it was somewhere a long time ago. And it was going to be, it was supposed to be magic mirror on the wall. What I saw, behind the scenes of Disney. But they went with mirror, mirror on the wall. So the final cut was always mirror, mirror on the wall. But magic mirror on the wall was what they were going to run with in the beginning. For some reason, they just thought, and I remember they made like a thing about this in the documentary. It turned out to be mirror, mirror on the wall, and they decided to go with that one. And that was the final cut. So that's why we remember mirror, mirror on the wall, because it was mirror, mirror on the wall in our reality. It was kind of cool because it was almost, it's real simple. Mirror, mirror on the wall. The point is that I remember seeing a thing on TV about not just Cinderella, not just Sleeping Beauty. It was a mixture of all kinds of, everything, Pinocchio. But when they talked about that, it was supposed to be magic mirror on the wall, and it turned to mirror, mirror on the wall. That was the final cut. So let's just say, I remember this. Let's just say that it was mirror, mirror on the wall, and now it's magic mirror on the wall, like it is. But let's just say that was the only thing that we're recognizing, right? That was the only thing. We have a whole bunch of other stuff. Honeycomb, honeycomb. Captain Crunch, Captain Crunch. The human body has changed. Well, if it was just mirror, mirror on the wall, magic mirror on the wall, which was, in other words, they went with their original idea. For some reason, they decided to go in our reality, and you got the point with mirror, mirror. But I think mirror, mirror on the wall was they were just being simple, and it seems like our time was a little bit more simple. But let's just say this is how it would be. Okay, it would be a line. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see. It would be a line, and then it would veer off now in reality because ours was mirror, mirror on the wall, right? So because of magic mirror on the wall, it creates a new reality timeline. That's what we're at. And they say in quantum physics, you're occupying the same space. We're still here. So when you shift, the 7 is exactly the same. And this is the part I got to find. This is bugging me. If it was 7 or 4. I remember it was 7. Exactly the same. Once it veers off, it creates a new reality. See? New reality. But because there's so much stuff here that's changed, like honeycombs, and it goes on and on and on. I mean, it goes on. I'm talking on and on. I have seen literally about 100 different things. Those are every time it's 7 parallel universes exactly the same. But the point is you get further from home. And because the human skull has changed, that's one. The liver has changed, that's another one. These are all separate. Because there's a place where only the skull changed and the liver's the same. That's how string theory works. So everything that changed, and stuff we're not even noticing. Things in our past that we don't even know about. I'm just trying to say that we are really, 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 really far from home. Because if it was one slight change, in quantum physics, you're occupying the same space of 7 exact parallel universes. You're in the same space. Yet, in relativity, you're supposedly millions of light years away in 7 identical parallel universes. So once it branches off, just slightly, just say one thing, mirror, mirror on the wall was the only thing that changed. We would be millions and millions and millions and millions of light years off from the original place when it comes to relativity. And because it's so many things, we are about 100, at least 100. I would say 1,000 million light years away from home. We are very, 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 very far. We got shot far. Now that's relativity. That's what I understood from watching. I can't think of the Asian doctor with that white hair, that scientist guy with the white hair, but that's a show he had on about 5 years ago about string theory. He was saying that there's 7 exactly the same, And then from that moment on, every decision, every point of time, it branches off like a fork in the road. Well, if one thing changed, then you're really far away, and there's 7 identical. But we have a lot of things that changed. And the human skull, the liver, you see the lungs are shorter now. The lungs were longer before. The liver's bigger now. I heard the liver's like 5 times the size of the heart. The heart used to be over here on the left side. Now it's moving to the middle. It might be on this side in the next shift. And I think we're still shifting, and that's why you see the residue. The residue is strange because, and this is why it's strange, because you're seeing like proof of our timeline, yet in a timeline that is so far away, it shouldn't even be here. There shouldn't be any residue, because we're not just, I hope you understand what I'm saying. If we were just next to, like mirror on the wall, that's one shift. That's one alteration of our reality. That throws you far away. And because we're like 100 things, I've seen 100 things, or maybe 150 things that have changed that we're noticing. We are so far away from our regular universe when it comes to relativity that we shouldn't be seeing residue. Residue from that far away should not be existing in this timeline at all, which means that they're merging, yet they're merging on a quantum scale, which is this, everything occupying the same space, which is strange because it shouldn't be happening according to physics unless we're still sliding, unless we're still moving and we haven't stopped. That's the only way that you would have residue. Now, if we were right next to something that is slightly, like mirror on the wall was the only thing that changed, and then to have some residue would be, okay, I guess you would still be shifting. But this is like from far away when it comes to relativity, so it blows the mind. It blows the mind away. But I was leaning, because there is an antichrist agenda. When I was a kid, we would talk about it. We're going back to 1980. Me and my friends were like 10 years old, or 81, 11 years old. And we would talk about the Antichrist and how he's going to change the Bible. I had a friend named Chippy. He had blue eyes, good looking, blonde hair. And he would talk about this stuff. He came to visit San Diego in the summer. My best friend James had red hair. That was his cousin. My best friend James had all the Star Wars stuff. My best friend, we're like brothers. He had the X-Wing fighter, the Death Star, his whole room, and everyone knew this. You go in his room, it was wall to wall to wall to wall with all the Star Wars stuff. And every day we would play Star Wars. I was Han Solo, he was Luke Skywalker. We'd run around the yard. Come on, Luke! And I'm telling you, Darth Vader said, Luke, I am your father. I totally remember that. And he said Luke because it made it more personal. Like son, I am your father. And now you can say, well, Star Wars, George Lucas might have went back and changed it, but then you have the skulls and stuff like that. But Chippy came that summer, and he was talking about the Antichrist. We were talking about things, and we were like, well, why would anyone follow him when we know about the Antichrist? We're aware of him. But we said, we feel like it's going to be in our time because the world was so messed up. And then we didn't realize there wasn't biblical stuff happening in the world. But now you look, in Syria and China, all the tension, and that's in the Bible. That's all biblical. With everyone gangs up against Israel, that's biblical. If that stuff doesn't cease and it continues where it's going, then we will be entering Armageddon. It's just the way it's going to be. And later on, when I learned about the Antichrist, I would say, how is he going to erase the Bible? The Bible is everywhere. I know Hitler went around and he burned the books and whatever, but how is the Antichrist going to really physically take the Bible away? It'd be impossible. And now what's going on with quantum physics, with the parallel shift, it seems like someone's going in there typing stuff out of the Bible. They said they have a quantum computer. So I think they're using CERN, and they don't know what they're doing, or they might know what they're doing, and they're shifting everybody around in every parallel universe. And at the same time, they might be using a computer to mess with the Bible. That's possible. Either way it goes, the Bible's changing, and some of the changes, I mean, here in this reality, are very disrespectful to the Creator. Very disrespectful. I suggest you get a King James version of the Bible before it's gone, and you plant the Bible in your heart. Christ said that God has taken the law that was written in stone with God's own hand. God wrote the Ten Commandments with his own finger into stone, because stone is forever. God said, the earth and heaven will pass away, my law will never pass away. His law is always supposed to be honored. It's the glue that holds everything together. Why God can say, let there be an earth, let there be a man, by just saying it is because he's 100% holy. He has zilch sin in him. Zilch. Zero. And if you learn about the Ten Commandments before those are gone especially, and you write them up now in your heart, because like in stone, put them in your heart, and pray daily to God, get a relationship going, you'll start feeling the Holy Spirit. You'll start feeling like a joy inside that you never felt before. He'll start showing you things. He'll start guiding you. He'll put a protection around you. I'm a witness to this. It's happening for me. I was surrounded by reptilian hybrids. I don't want to go there. We'll go there later on. Because what's important really isn't that. What's important is that every human being out there needs to find Christ. If you don't, you're going to fall away. The Bible says Christ is the only way to the Father now. So, if you go to Christ, it's easy. That's the good news. It's very easy. If you don't, you're going to fall away. If you're a good person, you're still going to fall away. Because, number one, on the Ten Commandments, the law number one is to love God, your Father, your Creator, with all your heart. So, if you're a good person, that's the law of how everything was created. You're not inside the truth. Truth is the glue that holds everything together. That's why Christ said, "I am the truth." I'm the Petro. If you build a church on me, your church will not fall because it's on strong, solid foundation. Anything else is like a hologram. Your hand goes right through it. Your feet go right through it, and you fall to the ground. Ten Commandments, it's so easy. The Ten Commandments, you seek God out in the beginning, love the choice. In time, you'll start just loving Him, because all the things, you're like, wow. And the blessings, and then you got to follow all 10 commandments, rest on Saturday, have a relationship with God, and the new commandment is love your enemies that persecute you. Forgive them. Forgive them. They don't know, a lot of them don't know what they're doing. They're humanoid. And I'm telling you, whatever is going on is really happening in the Mandela effect, because you can say, okay, well, some stuff we don't know, Fruit Loops, there's some stuff we don't remember, but Captain Crunch, I remember Captain Crunch. I haven't opened up my body to see my own skeleton, but I know, how the ribs are supposed to look, or they did. They weren't connecting. Anyways, I'm going to go. Now starting to space off. I have to run. Have a nice day. God bless you, and find Jesus Christ is the number one mission. Don't get sidetracked with everything else. You can't be redeemed because there's only one way to the Father, through Jesus Christ.